This is the eufy X10 Pro Omni robot vacuum. The robot looks practical more than flashy, and that matches how it behaves. I went in skeptical about hands-free promises because most robots still need a lot of babysitting. After living with this one, I can say it nails some parts of autonomy and stumbles on others in very specific ways. Key features that stood out to me are the dual spinning mop pads, the 12mm auto lift for carpets, the AI obstacle avoidance that uses a camera and an LED light to spot stuff on the floor, and the all-in-one base that washes and dries the mops, refills the tank, and empties the dustbin. In my opinion, those are the pillars of the experience here, and they shape how this machine fits into everyday life. The robot's D-shape helps it hug edges better than a perfect circle, and the build feels solid. Underneath, the two pentagon-shaped mop pads take up a lot of real estate. That's a subtle hint at the design priorities. This thing is clearly optimized for mopping. The main brush and intake looks small by comparison. On top is the LiDAR turret, which is a spinning laser that helps it map rooms quickly and drive in straight lines without bumping around. The base station is big. Think small trash bin big, with exposed clean and dirty water tanks. I needed real clearance on both sides and plenty of open space in front so I could lift the tanks out comfortably. The station's tray has bumps that scrub the pads during washing, and it blasts 45 degrees, 130 degrees heated air after to keep smells away. Practical and effective, not particularly pretty. The clean tank is 3 liters, the dirty tank is about 2.7 liters, and the dust bag is 2.5 liters. The bag lasted me close to 2 months before I swapped it. Setup was refreshingly simple. I snapped on the little ramp, plugged in the base, and connected to the eufy Clean app. The first map took about 10 minutes for a decent chunk of my floor. It auto-labeled rooms well enough that I only had to tidy up a couple of boundaries. From my experience, the mapping is fast, and the LiDAR helps it drive in efficient lines. Obstacle avoidance is where it surprised me in the best way. The AI-C camera consistently spotted phone chargers, socks, toys, and even wires under a desk. It sends little snapshots in the app of what it avoided, which is comforting when you don't want a robot chomping on cables. The catch is that it's tuned to be cautious. It gives chair legs and tight spots more space than I'd like, and that can leave a faint ring of dust around bases if the room is tidy. I turned AI detection off in a few clear rooms to let it drive closer, then turned it back on in messy areas. Great tool, but it requires some judgment. Mopping is the star. The MopMaster 2.0 pads spin at high speed and press down with about a kilogram of force. That pressure and rotation actually scrub. Dried coffee and sticky juice spots came off without me pre-spraying the floor. It also has an edge-hugging mopping mode where it slows down and kind of wiggles along the baseboard so the pads reach closer. That works, but it takes more time and battery. I set water usage by room and told it to wash the pads every 20 minutes. The 12mm pad lift kept my medium pile rug dry during a mixed vacuum and mop run, which is exactly what I hoped for. Vacuuming is where this machine is split. On carpets, it's strong. The 8,000 PHA rating sounds like marketing, but I felt the difference. My rugs came up fluffy, and it pulled pet hair I didn't see. On hard floors, I ran into a pattern I couldn't ignore. Small, heavy bits like cat litter and rice. It often failed to grab them cleanly. The side brush would flick pieces out, and some would skate ahead of the mop. You'll still get a decent daily pickup for dust and hair on hard floors, but this is not the one I'd choose if hard floor vacuuming dense particles is your top need. In my opinion, the airflow and brush chamber just aren't tuned for that type of debris. Hair management is better than many robots, but not magic. The auto detangle system that reverses the roller and flips a comb down helps, and I saw less hair wrapping than usual, especially from long hair. But I still had to cut hair off the brush during busy shedding weeks. Also, because the brush sits close to the mop area, it can pick up some moisture if you run a heavy mop cycle first, which means more frequent cleaning of the brush. The base station makes life easy most days. It empties the dustbin, washes pads with clean water, dries them with hot air, and refills the tank so it's ready to go again. That's real convenience you can feel. The trade-off is noise. The 30-second self-empty sounds like a full-size vacuum. I scheduled cleans when I knew I'd be out for a bit, because that blast is jarring if you're on a call or the dog is napping. The app gives good control, room-level settings, no-go lines, multi-pass options, but it needs polish. I noticed lag between the real robot position and the map. Editing room splits can be finicky, and I had one map go weird enough that I remapped. The biggest limitation for me is scheduling. I can set a whole home clean, but I can't apply different per-room recipes within a single scheduled run. If I want the robot to do 2 strong passes on the bedroom carpet and a single high water mop in the kitchen in one automated schedule, that's not straightforward. I ended up creating separate tasks or running a custom job manually. From my experience, the mopping is outstanding. It's the first robot I've used that makes my floors feel hand-mopped, not just wiped. The AI obstacle detection actually saves runs in chaotic rooms. The base station's wash and dry keeps odors away, which is huge if you've dealt with musty mop pads before. On carpets, the suction and agitation get deep dirt without me dragging out a stick vac. Battery life was enough to do my main level in one shot, close to the claimed 173 minutes on lighter settings. Voice control through Alexa and Google worked fine for simple starts and pauses. Key features that matter day to day: auto pad lift on rugs, heated drying, and reliable room mapping make this feel like a step toward true set and forget, even if it's not fully there. In my opinion, the weak spot is hard floor pickup of dense debris. If your daily mess is cat litter scatter or rice around a high chair, you'll notice the misses. The base is also bulky, and the emptying cycle is loud enough that scheduling becomes part of the routine. It's perfect for homes with mostly hard flooring that need real scrubbing power and want less manual mopping. If you've got kids or pets and clutter is a fact of life, the AI Avoidance helps the robot finish the job instead of getting stuck. I'd recommend this for people who can give the station some space, don't mind scheduling around the emptying noise, and care more about spotless mopping and solid carpet cleaning than about perfect hard floor pickup of heavy crumbs. In conclusion, the eufy X10 Pro Omni is a specialist. It delivers excellent mopping, strong carpet performance, and a base station that genuinely reduces chores. It also has very specific compromises: inconsistent hard floor pickup with small, heavy debris, a bulky and loud dock, and app quirks that need refinement. If your priorities match its strengths, it's a satisfying upgrade. If your #1 goal is flawless hard floor vacuuming of gritty bits, look elsewhere, or plan to supplement with a quick handheld sweep in those zones. If you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel and drop your questions or your own experience in the comments. Thank you for watching.